Hi everyone, this is Mr. Richmond, and for this video we're going to talk about the Earth's carbon cycle. I'm pulling all these notes from your Earth's atmosphere PowerPoint presentation, so if you want to go back and review any of this content, you have access to this material. So what we know about carbon from our previous chemistry units is that we often refer to it as the backbone of life, meaning that any living material such as plants, vegetation, animals, humans are going to contain the element carbon. Carbon, as well as other forms of matter and energy, can be stored in one of four reservoirs and transferred to another reservoir depending on what it's exposed to. Those four reservoirs that we're going to talk about, the first of which being the atmosphere or gases that surround the Earth's surface, the second of which being the geosphere, any rock or geological formations that are on the Earth's surface, as well as inside the Earth all the way down into its core, can be considered to be a part of the geosphere. The hydrosphere, you probably recognize that root word hydro, referring to the word water. Any liquid water that's flowing on the Earth's surface, such as oceans, rivers, and lakes, can be considered to be a part of the hydrosphere. And finally, biosphere. You probably recognize that root word bio, meaning living or life. Any living organisms that is containing, in this case, carbon, can be considered to be in that reservoir, the biosphere. So let's talk about how carbon can get from one reservoir to another. In this example, there are quite a few different things going on here, quite a few different processes. It just depends on what carbon is exposed to. Let's follow the case of dead vegetation, which we know is organic or it is containing that element carbon. It's going to decay, so it's starting off in the biosphere. After it's dead, it's going to decay, and over the process of heat and compression, and over the course of millions of years, it's eventually going to turn into a fossil fuel such as coal, oil, and gas, which then would be considered to be a part of our geosphere. So we're going from the biosphere to the geosphere in this example. We know through previous units such as our energy unit as well as our electricity unit that humans often extract fossil fuels and transfer it into a different form of energy, often electricity. And through this process, we're going to be burning those fossil fuels, which then means that we have carbon that's going to be emitted into the atmosphere. So we start off with the biosphere into the geosphere. Now we have carbon in the atmosphere, which through the form of snow and rain or precipitation is then going to end back up in the hydrosphere. However, carbon does not always travel in that pattern. Through the process of photosynthesis, we have vegetation that can breathe in carbon, and humans are going to do the opposite. We're going to breathe out carbon dioxide through the process of respiration. So there are a few different forms going on here for this image. Those are just a couple examples of how carbon can be transferred from one reservoir to the next. I hope this helps your understanding with the carbon cycle, and good luck with your future assignments.